So social media, I get questions all the time about social media. How do you do this? How do you do that? What should I post? How do I know what to post? When do I post? How often do I post? Like a lot of people think that you just need to be posting about your business, and that is 1000% not true. So we're going to talk about that. And then I'm going to show you like just some little things that I find handy when it comes to like stories and reels and stuff like that. So the first thing we're going to talk about is consistency and authenticity. Those two really go hand in hand, but those are the most important things when it comes to social media. Consistency is by far, and y'all know this, y'all know that consistency is the most important thing in all aspects of your business. But with social media, it is definitely the most important thing. So consistency just means that you're showing up every single day consistently and you're not falling off the bandwagon. You don't want to be a bandwagoner or somebody who comes in and posts on social media a few days a week and then you go MIA for 5 days and then all of a sudden you're back. That's not what you want to do. Just like you don't want to do that in your business. You want to show up in your business every single day to do something income producing, whether it takes you 10 minutes or if you're working for 2 hours. Y'all know that consistency is key. So same with social media. Consistency is key. Whether you're posting one post a day to start you off, maybe you're not used to posting on social media. Maybe you haven't been consistent with social media in the past. You've got to start somewhere. So you may not want to start with, I'm going to post 3 times a day and I'm going to post 10 slides in my stories a day. You may not want to do that. You're going to overwhelm yourself. And if you're overwhelmed, you're just going to shut down and you're not going to enjoy it. So you want to find, and this is where authenticity comes in. You want to find the things that make you happy, that you are passionate about, that you love, that you want to share with people. Because the minute you stop being yourself or you start trying to be just like someone else, you try to be like me, you try to be like Whitney, you try to be like Bonnie, you try to be like Crystal. The minute you try to be like someone else, people are going to see right through that. And they are not going to buy into what you are putting out there. If you're putting out genuine content, authentic content, it's going to be clear that you are a genuine person. That they're going to love that. People are loyal to that. So, they want to see in you something that they can relate to. They want you to be relatable. And we will go more into depth on that too. But consistency. Start somewhere. Post once a day. Start there. Stories. Post, 3 slides a day. Start there. That's 45 seconds of content. That's it. So anyone can do that. I am pretty good at stories and consistency with that and with posting. I'm on social media every single day posting. The thing with me is I'm not on social media to scroll and waste time. I do not get on social media to do that. I very rarely am on social media just for entertainment purposes. I spend my time on social media to make money and to, put out valuable content. And that is what you should be doing too. Now, I may be on there consuming content to get ideas, to get inspiration. I literally follow like 5 people, like the people that I'm looking at their content intentionally every single day. And that's the way you should be too, because you are a direct reflection of the top 5 people you surround yourself with. And that includes the social media content that you're consuming. So when I'm on Instagram, I'm looking for inspiration. I'm looking for ideas. I'm looking at people that bring positivity into my life, that make me happy, that are good for me to be consuming. And that is what I'm doing when I'm on social media, or I am working, having conversations, or I am posting valuable content. So, or Scentsy content. So, but you want to keep it about 80% personal life and 20% Scentsy. So if I go to, if you know that if I were to go into your stories right now and there's either no stories there or it's all Scentsy, then that tells you right now that you need to work on more lifestyle content. because people aren't going to follow you if all you post about is Scentsy, because they want to follow a person. They want to follow someone who likes the same things they do. They're not following Scentsy. They're following you. So you've got to keep that in mind. They can go follow Scentsy's social media if they want to follow Scentsy. They are following you, and you have to create that relationship, that trust, that likability. You have to create that for your followers. Then they will trust you and love to watch your Scentsy content also, because that's part of you. That's part of who you are, but you are a person outside of a Scentsy consultant and a Scentsy business owner. So, I thought I put you on, hold on. Let me turn off my, let's see. Okay, do not disturb. I think I put it on airplane mode, but I meant do not disturb. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just want to make sure that's not like when I start screen recording, I don't want all the messages to be popping up. So anyway, all right. So yeah, consume content, consume people's content for ideas, because I know a lot of you are like, I don't know what to post. I don't even know where to start. I don't know, like, how do you come up with ideas? And it's not going to be easy at first if you're not used to it. I have been doing this for 6.5 years. So I have a lot of practice under my belt. And you just have to get yourself into a rhythm. Like I said, you've got to start somewhere, start with once a day. You've really got to dig though and figure out who you are as a person, what you enjoy, what you want to put out to the world. And you've got to be doing it for the right reasons. If you're doing it just to get followers or just to get customers, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. So you need to be putting out content that you are passionate about, that you enjoy putting out. And that goes along too with what social media platforms you need to be using, because you don't need to be using things that don't bring you joy. I love stories. I love posting in stories. I'm sure all of you can tell if you follow me that I love it. I love reels. And reels are just short 15 to 30 second videos. It's like TikTok, but it's not TikTok, it's Instagram. And I'm not a TikToker, but some of you may love TikTok. And if that makes you happy, do TikTok, because you're going to grow a good following wherever you're passionate and happy, whatever makes you happy. So Instagram reels make me happy. Instagram stories make me happy. Sharing motivational content when it comes to fitness makes me happy. What else have I shared recently? Sharing like mom content makes me happy. Talking about Jesus makes me happy. And sharing like behind the scenes of my business makes me happy. I love the leadership aspect. It is my favorite part of my job. I'm going to share that. I love it. I love sharing videos of my son playing t-ball because he's freaking adorable and people love that. So, I love to, I used to do YouTube. I used to have a YouTube channel. I still have a YouTube channel, but I used to do like vlogs and clean with me videos and decorating videos and stuff like that. And I love home decor. So I share home decor. I share clothes that I buy. I share makeup that I like. I share, anything that you love, you need to be sharing, just like you love Scentsy and you share it. So, but where I was getting to with the YouTube thing, I used to do YouTube. I loved how it felt when I would edit a video, and it was just like so rewarding when it was done. I was so proud of it. And then I could put it out there and it would bring value to people's lives. That is why I think I love stories and reels so much, is because I get to do that in a much quicker way, and maximize that. And I don't have to spend 3 hours editing a video. So, but find the platform that makes you happy. There's so many platforms. There's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, like so many. Find the one that you love, or 2 or 3, however many you can be consistent with. That is the thing. If you can't be consistent with it, don't do it. If you can't post every single day on that platform, don't do it. Facebook and Instagram are great because they go hand in hand. If you're posting on Instagram, it will link to Facebook. If you're posting on Facebook, it will link to Instagram. Facebook is kind of phasing out, not going to lie. You've got to remember that the young generation is the future of our business. So, Gen Z, they are TikTok, they are Reels on Instagram, they are stories, they like short clips, they like short things, they don't like to watch a long video. And I'm the same way. I'm a millennial, I'm almost 30, and I am that way. I'm almost 30. I shouldn't have even said that. But you got to keep in mind the future of your business, what they want to see, what kind of content they are consuming. And you're not going to know any of this stuff if you're not researching it. You've got to be researching. You've got to be growing in your business. You've got to be learning new things always. If you're not willing to learn, you're not going to evolve in your business. You're going to end up frozen. You're going to end up stuck. You're not going to be finding any recruits because you're not putting out the proper content that they are attracted to. So Reels are extremely popular on Instagram now. And that is what I have gotten really consistent with on top of stories. Reels are so much fun. And if you're consuming Reels, if you're watching people's Reels related to the things that you love, people that you relate to, you can get ideas from those people a lot. And I'll just save that Reel and then I can go back to it, or I'll save that music from it and go back to it and create my own. Sometimes I just have random ideas come to me. Now that I've been doing Reels for a while, ideas will just start to come to you. Like I'll be working out and I'll hear a song while I'm working out and I'm like, oh, that would be a cute Reel, like you start to get ideas. But that's another reason why it's so important to be authentic, because you don't want to make the same Reels that everyone else is making. You want to make things that are going to stand out to people. So your content needs to bring value to your audience. And here are the 3 things that you need to keep in mind when you're posting your content. It needs to either inspire, entertain, or educate. Educating is very important in our business, like tip videos, how to change your wax, how to use cotton balls, how to use cotton cleanups, how to get a wax spill off a wall, how to get a wax spill off a floor. There's so many things. That is educating your audience. That is shareable content. That is valuable content. Entertain is very important because you want to be a fun person for people to follow. You want them to always be wanting to come back to your page for more. You want them to always be on the lookout for, what is she going to post next that's going to make me laugh or bring me joy, make me smile, that I can share with my friends. So there's that. And then inspire. I post inspiring things almost daily. And where do you come up with how to inspire people? How do you know what to post? Self-development, personal development. If you're not reading books, if you're not listening to audiobooks, I don't read books, I listen to audiobooks. If you're not listening to podcasts, if you're not reading your Bible, if you're a religious person, like if you're not doing those things to grow as a person, you can't inspire people. Like you have nothing to pour into people. So, and especially if you're a leader, all of us are a leader in some aspect, whether it's a Scentsy leader or not. You're a leader in some aspect of life, and you have to be developing yourself as a person to have anything to give the world. Like I can't just come up with a cool quote off the top of my head that's inspirational. No, I'm going to get it from a podcast I listened to that morning, an audiobook I listened to that morning, a shirt I was wearing that day, like this morning, what I posted. You've got to be growing every single day to be able to put out valuable content and to be able to inspire people and to be able to stay motivated. And you just have to. Otherwise, you're going to stay stagnant. So you got to be able to do that to be able to evolve in your business and as a person. The most important insights. So things that you want people to do with your content, with your stories, with your Reels, with your posts. You want people to save it So you need to post things that are valuable enough that people are saving that video to go back to later. So for example, my Easter egg dyeing tutorial that I posted, my reel that I posted on Instagram. If you don't follow me, by the way, follow me on Instagram. It's just Wax McGee. And we have a lot of other leaders in this group that are so good to follow. Bonnie, if you want to drop your username, Whitney Griffin, drop yours. Just so many good leaders in our group that are great with their content and consistent. But let's see, my Easter egg reel. So that one was something that people could save because they want to go back to that later and be able to, dye eggs next year or whatever. So that is something they can save. I'm trying to find something else. Grocery haul. I did a grocery haul reel. Like they can save that and go back to it when it's time for them to buy groceries. So, think about it, what people are going to save, because saves are the biggest way to like bump your content up in people's feeds with Instagram. So saves are most important, and then shares. So you want to post things that are shareable. So again, things that inspire, entertain, and educate, something that people want to share with their friends. So if you share a cotton cleanup video, people can share that with their Scentsy loving friends that need that tip as well. An inspirational quote or a Bible verse, they may share that with a friend that they know is going through something, and that would help their friend out. So keep that in mind. And then comments are important as well, but I'm going in order here. So saves are most important, then shares, then comments, and then likes. Likes are the easiest thing that people can do. So you really want people engaging in your content by commenting. So make sure, again, that it's valuable and that people care about it. Because if it's a flyer or if it's a, something just pointless that has no point to it, no value to it, why would people care about that? So, yeah, saves, shares, comments, and likes. Another thing that the algorithm likes. So when somebody is commenting on your content, reply back to them, engage with them, engage with your followers. Number one, they don't have to be taking time out of their day to comment on your content. So you need to give them that time back. You need to respond back to them. Don't just like their comment. Respond back to them. Check your comments every single day. Respond back to them and engage in your followers' content. You need to be going to people's pages, whether it's just you go to 5 people's pages a day and look at one of their posts and comment on it. That is a way to build relationships with people, and that is engagement. And social media platforms like that, when you're engaging with people, when they're engaging with you. Use hashtags. So hashtags are so misused so often, and they are there for a reason. So when you're using a hashtag, it serves a purpose. That hashtag is going to help you gain followers because you're trying to gain a target audience. You're trying to gain a group of dedicated followers that like your specific content. So if you are not using hashtags that serve a purpose, start really thinking about how can I be intentional with sharing hashtags that people can actually search or click on to find me. So you need to be, let me find a post that I've used. Like for example, if I share a picture of my son at T-ball practice, I would use hashtags like boy mom. I would use hashtags like baseball, whatever. And like when you're typing in the hashtag, it will show you what are the trending hashtags. Like if you start to type in baseball, for example, it'll show you the trending hashtags. You may not necessarily want to always use the trending hashtags. It just like you don't want to always do the exact same reels that everybody else is doing. Be unique and just be intentional with the hashtags you're using. So I also have a Wax McGee hashtag. So I have a hashtag just for my brand name. And that way, if anybody clicks on it, it brings up all the things I've posted or all the things my customers have posted and they've used that hashtag. So you're trying to find your target audience when you're using hashtags. I mean, when you're posting content in general, you're trying to find your target audience. You're trying to find your people, the people who have the same values as you, the people who love the same things as you do. And that's what it's all about. So I don't have a huge following. I have 1,249 followers. Like I could have way more than that, but this time last year I had nowhere near that. So I would rather have 1,249 dedicated followers who love my content than have 8,000 followers who don't even care about my stuff, So be yourself, share what you're passionate about and what brings you joy. So in social media, you have to be patient and persistent. Just like with our business, you have to be patient. It's not going to be rewarding every single day. It's not going to be, oh, I have a new recruit every single day or even every single week. It's not going to be somebody messaging you saying, oh my gosh, I love your content. It's so awesome. That's not going to happen very often. But like yesterday, I got a message from a customer that said, I love following you. I think I posted it on our team page, but she was talking about how she loves following me. She loved my content. I was like, that is great to know because I literally post every single day, multiple times a day, just hoping that somebody found value in it. That is what it's all, that's what it is. That's what our business is. Our business is having, putting out content every day, hoping that somebody's watching us and wanting to do what we do and hoping that they're going to come to us one day or we're going to go to them one day and they're going to say yes to join. That is what our business is. So if you think that things are going to happen overnight, it's not going to happen. You've got to be persistent. You've got to put the things out there, be confident that it's that you're doing the right thing because you've trained enough on it, because you're learning about it, because that's what you need to be doing. That you're being consistent. Keep being consistent because consistency is key. So just be consistent. It's going to come back around to you, but you've got to be patient. And I know it's hard and it sucks because you're like, I'm putting out all this stuff, but are people even liking it? Are people even enjoying it? Are they seeing it? But use your insights, use your, you can click on and see how many people have looked at that, how many people have viewed it and things like that. So, it's going to work. Just hard work and consistency will always work, but it's not going to work overnight. And always work to perfect your platforms. Just like I said, be teachable, be coachable, be always willing to learn new things, evolve. Don't ever find yourself stuck in a place where you're not keeping up with everybody else. Because the minute you get behind, you got to stay ahead of the game. You need to be, if you know that Reels are a new feature on Instagram, then you need to be learning Reels. You need to be practicing. You need to be training. You need to be YouTubing. You need to be learning all the things. If you see a new feature come up on stories, like for me, it's, I got the caption feature, which is amazing. I can literally make a video in stories and click on captions and it adds the caption to my stories without me having to type out the words. If you find a new feature, use it, learn it, perfect it. When to post. So times that you're posting is important also, but it's not something I feel like if you're new to social media and you are just trying to post in the first place and be consistent, that is the first thing you need to be worried about. The time of day that you post needs to be the second thing you worry about. But you can easily Google that. Google, when is the best time to post on Instagram for my business? Or when are the most people watching Reels on Instagram or whatever? Just Google the best times. And then you want to post like an hour before that. So that way your stuff will be ready to go. When people start scrolling, they'll see it. And then, and if you have people commenting on your content, it's going to bump it up in people's feeds. And if you have people sharing it, it's going to bump it up when somebody clicks on that hashtag you use, it's going to bump it up there. So keep that in mind. You can also use schedulers. If you like to schedule your posts out, use schedulers. There's so many out there. Just Google it. Google is your best friend. Google and YouTube are a business owner's best friend. I've learned everything from those. You've got to be willing to search. You've got to be willing to learn. You've got to be willing to do those things for your business, because you're the business owner. And if you don't do it, who else is going to do it? You can't wait on your sponsor or your director, your superstar director or your star director to make a training video on it. You can't wait on that, because you have access to that info right at your fingertips right here. So why sit there and say, I need to learn how to make QR codes for a month until finally maybe your sponsor posts a video on how to do it? But that's not our job to do those things. We don't have to do those things. I don't have to be doing this, but I do, because I know that some of you need it. But my point is, some of you have waited months to learn how to do a reel because you're waiting on somebody else to train on it, when you could just have YouTubed it and already gained all these followers and helped your business. So you've got to be willing to learn and do the things that you need to do as an individual, independent business owner. Stop waiting for other people to do it for you. Aesthetics are important. They're not the most important, but you will get there over time. My feed used to not look like it does now, and it still doesn't look perfect at all. But I do use filters. I use an app called Lightroom. I use filters that are specific to my brand. I've been using the same filters for like 2 years now. I got them from Etsy. They were super cheap. I use those filters so that my photos stand out and they all look cohesive. They all look the same. So you can look at a picture and the coloration of it, you can tell like, oh, that's Morgan's picture. So like I said, not the most important thing, but it is important to, make a good impression on people when they go to your feed. It's just another thing. And then resources. So again, YouTube and Google are your best friends, but there's also like Instagram accounts that you can follow that people just share tips, like Reels tips and Stories tips and how to do this and how-tos. And there's, if Whitney, if you're on here, and Bonnie, you may follow some like that, but I know in particular that Whitney follows some Instagram accounts that share tips like that. But if anybody's on here who shares Instagram or who follows Instagram accounts that share tips on those things, then share their handles in the comments. But so I'm going to show y'all just some little things. Comment in the chat box with any particular questions you have about Reels, Stories, posting. But I'm going to share like some of my frequently asked things. Okay, so here's my phone. Let me pull up the chat so that I can keep an eye on that. Here's my feed. Oh my gosh, this is weird. I've never done this on the computer before. I've never shared my phone screen to a video. So can somebody comment and let me know, make sure, I just need to make sure that you can see it. Okay. Before I start. Yay. Okay. So you can see my feed is attractive. Like it's bright. It's not perfect. I'm not an influencer. I'm not an Instagram professional. Like I just know what I have learned over the years from searching and training. And then if you go to my bio, first of all, your bio needs to be, okay. So first off, you need to have a link in your bio for people to be able to click on and see all the things. So I have a Linktree, and Linktree is the most amazing thing. It is a way to put multiple links in one link. So if somebody goes to my bio right here and clicks on that link, it's going to take them to this Linktree. Linktree is free. You don't have to pay for it. There's not as many features if you don't pay for it, but they don't matter. They're not important. So I will put a link to current pre-order things at the top if there are any, or like LTOs. And then I have Join Scentsy Club, and then I have Join the Journey, which is for them to join Scentsy. Then I have Shop Scentsy, and then I have Why I Choose Scentsy, and that takes them directly to my highlight in my stories with my Scentsy story, why I do this, what it has done for my family. It takes them directly to that. Then I have my favorite business supplies, because that is something that everyone asks me for. They're like, where did you get this? Where did you get this? And so I have that all in an Amazon list for people to just look at. And then I have Amazon home decor, because people ask me a lot about home decor, and I love Amazon. So I have that link there, and then I have my YouTube channel link there. You can link anything you want to there. So whatever resources you want available to people, you can link there. But you want to, you don't want to put like Scentsy consultant, or, you know, like, you want to really show people in your bio, because your bio is the first thing they're going to see. You really want to show people, explain to people what your purpose is, like why you are here to bring value to them, what you're here to do. And so I have a multi-million-dollar business owner. I have changing the world through fragrance, mentoring and empowering humans to be their best self and chase their dreams, because that is what I am passionate about. That is the most rewarding part of my job. That is the part of my job that brings me the most joy. So that is me. That's who I am. And then you'll see at the top, all these right here are highlights. So you can highlight things that you want people to be able to see easily, certain categories. So I have a category for my son. I have a category for cleaning, because I love cleaning. I love sharing cleaning videos. People love seeing cleaning videos. It's really motivating for people. They love to see before and afters. They love to watch you clean. I know some of you may be like, that's weird, but I love to watch people clean, because if I can't get motivated to clean and I watch somebody clean, then I'm going to go clean all the things after that. But people love that. So I have a highlight just for cleaning things. I have a highlight for my husband, mainly because I want to be able to go back and see that. Same with Carson. I have highlights for those things because I want those to be saved, because stories disappear after 24 hours. So if you don't highlight it, it's going to be gone forever after that. Your highlight will get full, but it takes a while. So I like to be able to go back and look through those things. So like, for example, if I clicked on Carson's highlight, it goes all the way back to 16 weeks ago. And I can go through here and like, you know, like, oh, the memories. But so Carson, cleaning, my husband, health and fitness. I have a highlight for that because I'm passionate about it. I have a highlight for my dogs because I'm passionate about dogs and I love my fur babies. They are my children. And then I have a highlight for Scentsy Club. This highlight has, let's see what it has. Why are you taking so long? Okay. So this highlight has it shows perks. It shows my subscriptions. It shows my favorite things about Scentsy Club. It shows features of Scentsy Club. It shows my customers' savings. So I will literally crop their name out of their order, crop their info out, screenshot it, and post it and show people what my customers are saving through Scentsy Club. And I will show them things like this. Reason number bazillion that everyone needs to be in Scentsy Club. This is a customer conversation that I had. And I was telling her that, you know, how to never miss out on her favorite bars again. I post also a little shout out. If I get an email that says this person subscribed to Scentsy Club, I'm going to screenshot it and I'm going to tag them if they're on Instagram or Facebook and welcome them to the club. This creates FOMO, and this shows, not only creates FOMO, but it also just shows people what Scentsy Club is. that your customers are interested in it, that you have all these people signing up for it, and they're going to be like, well, what is this? I should ask her, or I should do this too. So, and this is not the only way to promote Scentsy Club. This is one way. The way is one-on-one messaging, but this is an extra way because you never know who's going to see that story. And remember to be consistent in your stories. You can share the same dang thing every single day, just like me Scentsy freshing my bed and my couch. You could share that every single day because the same people aren't seeing your stories every single day. They may see it one day and they don't see the Scentsy Fresh for another 4 days, but they see it that one day and they're like, ooh, I need that. More perks. I also share my VIP mail for my Scentsy Clubbers here, and just, you know, give them that fear of missing out thing. And then I unbox my Scentsy Club orders here. And when I'm unboxing, I tell them, here's why I have this, always get my bar. You know, here's what I got a discount on. Here's how much I saved. I used my 50% off for my whiff box, whatever. When I'm updating my subscription, I show them, and then I will show them, here's how much I'm saving. Here's what I get every month. Here's what I get every 2 months. Here's the options. You can do 1, 2, or 3 months. Even like talking about the fact that you can, that Scentsy sends you an email before your subscription bills. That is even important to talk about because so many people have auto ships and they hate them, or they don't have auto ships because they hate that they get surprised with a charge that they forgot about, because people forget about their auto ships if they're not reminded. So like I have auto ships with another company that I always forget about it. But if they were to email me about it, I'd be like, yes, I have that coming out, but they don't. So it's kind of a turnoff to a lot of people. They want to know that it's flexible, that they can make changes, that they can customize it to fit their budget. And if they, you know, if they had something come up that month and they can't afford to pay for that subscription that month, they can push it out or they can cancel it. They need to know that. So that's important to share too. And then, like I said, this allows you to work smarter, not harder, first of all, because you're not having to share. You can save that for later and they can go back and look at it. But it just puts it all in one place. It's easily accessible. And, you know, here, I mean, this is just some of the stuff that I've shared in my Scentsy Club highlight. Videos, y'all, videos of your face. So important. People need to hear your voice and see your face, and they need that. They need that one-on-one, as much as close to in-person interaction as they can get. They need that. You need to be going live too, but we're talking about mainly stories and stuff like that today. So see, here's another thing that I shared about that. So okay. So I have a highlight for positive vibes. So anything I share that is positive, like inspirational, I will put that there. I have a highlight for Scentsy things. I have a highlight for human trafficking resources because I'm very passionate about that. I have a highlight for lives blessed. If you're a leader, look at this. I will, so y'all know how I post on the team page, and I will ask, how are you spending your hard-earned paycheck? So what I'll do is I will screenshot how people are spending that paycheck, and I will mark out all the names so that I'm not giving out anybody's info and like income disclosure and all that stuff. So it just shows people what actual consultants on my team are doing with their paychecks, how Scentsy is changing their lives. And then I have the income disclosure. Happy customers. I have a highlight specifically for customers. I will thank my customers in there. I will put like, this says samples of this new laundry scent happening for my customers today. This is talking about bag parties, thanking my customers. If a customer tags me in something, so like this person tagged me, it says, got this little glittery surprise in the mail today, thank you, and they tagged me, I will add that to that highlight so that it's saved, so that people see, oh, her customers must like buying from her. I'll put my customer orders that I'm packaging in there. things like that. So I have beauty things because I like makeup and stuff like that. I have a morning routine highlight because a lot of people ask me what my morning routine is and like how I set my day up for success, how I'm intentional with my time in the mornings and things like that. So I have a highlight for that. Workflow. I have a highlight just for my job. So this is a behind the scenes highlight to show them what it looks like for me when I'm working behind the scenes, when I'm making samples, when I'm sending out mail, when I get an award from Scentsy, like stuff like that. It's all about that kind of stuff. Just to show them what it's like to be a Scentsy consultant, training calls, stuff like that. Then I have, and people love to see that. People love to see the behind the scenes, by the way. I have a highlight for my story. So this is me telling my story with Scentsy. This is the same one that is linked in my link tree to show them like why I joined and why I do Scentsy. But this is just a whole highlight of my story and things that Scentsy has done for me and me talking about what Scentsy can do for other people. And so I save all that there. Business tips. I even have a highlight for that. I have a highlight for home decor because I'm passionate about it. I have a highlight for new Scentsy items. This one is it just says watch, and I can't even remember what it is, but it's something important that I wanted people to see. Clothing, Christmas, because people ask me about like my Christmas decor, and I make a lot of fun, like little treats for the holidays. So I'll post that stuff there. And then I have mom hacks, Halloween, fall, travel. You can see it's at the end because we haven't traveled in so long, but that's about to change. And then, so the highlights that you've used the least often will go to the back. So keep that in mind. You want to keep them updated. And then birthday parties, because people always ask me about like how I decorate for my son's birthday parties and stuff and where I get things. The highlight icons, you make them. So you just go up here to those 3 lines at the top and click on, wait, is that how you do it? No, sorry, the plus sign at the top. Instagram changes and updates all the time. Things always look different, but that plus sign right there, you can just click that and you can add a post, you can add a story, you can add an IGTV video, which is like a long video. And then you can add a reel, and story highlight right there is how you do that. So you can add your own highlights and name it whatever you want to, that kind of thing. Again, if you want more in depth on that, YouTube it. You'll find it. That's what I had to do to learn about like how to add each individual photo and all that stuff. But yeah, so you can go to your reels and you can see which ones have had the most views. So you'll see down there at the bottom, look at that one goofy reel that I made. 2,000 views, over 2,000 views. Because it's funny. So you can see, and you know, you can also look at the time of day you posted it, what kind of content it was, and that way you can say, oh, well, I need to make more content like that. So like this one had 1,729 views. So I can look at that and see, okay, what hashtags did I use? What did I do in that reel? Maybe I should do more like that and that kind of thing. So IGTV is the third one over. So that's going to be your longer videos that you want to post. You watched it like 4 times. That's so funny. Okay. So when you post a reel or when you make any post, you also want to share that to your stories. So if people are looking through your stories, it will take them to your feed also when they click on that. So like this right here, if I wanted to share that to my story, I would just click on that little arrow thing and then click add post to your story. And then you can add stickers. You can, you know, search for a heart sticker and put a little heart on there, whatever you want to do. I don't like any of these. And what I'll do is I'll usually cover that picture up or that reel with that. And that way they have to click on it to be able to see it. So if they click on it, it'll take them to your feed to that actual post. But Reels, the same way. If I post a reel, I will share that to my story, and I'll put like something over it like that so that they have to click on it to see it. Now, when you're just posting a video to your stories, woo, that's a terrible filter. So say I want to post a video of me with purple glittery hair. I can go here to stickers, and this has all kinds of things that you can add to it. One of the most important things I will say is to use interactive features for your stories. So number one, music. Music is fun. So if it's a video that you don't want to have, like it's not you talking, you can add music to it. You can do polls, which I highly recommend. So maybe you do a poll, click on poll, ask them a question, and then you can change the answers to whatever you want it to be. That allows them to interact with your post. So polls are important. Questions. So it says questions. You can either use it as a thing for them to ask you a question, or you can ask them a question. So you can say, do you like this pink hair? And they will be able to respond in that box. So you can do that. You can also do song feature. I mean, there's all kinds of things. And you may not have all the same things I do, because Instagram will add features for you, but it goes in waves. So it's not always the same as everyone else's features that they have. But the captions one is so cool, because you just click on captions and see right here, it just captions my video. It's very ideal to have words on your videos, because not everybody can listen with the sound up. And then you've also got people that are deaf. So you don't want anyone to feel like they can't consume your content because you always have a video that they can't hear. You know what I mean? So whether you type it with the little typing feature, or if you have the captions feature, it's very important to have captions in your videos. It is a little bit time consuming when you have to type it out. So what I'll do though, if I'm typing it out, I will just do the gist of it. So that is very distracting, because I'm talking in the video and then I'm talking here. So let me do that again. But it's time consuming to type it out. So I will just type the gist of it, you know, what they need to know from that video. You can use the time, you can do the weather, the temperature. You can do this right here. I love this. So this is for them to rate something. So you can like gauge interest on certain warmers. So if you want to know how many of your audience likes NFL warmers versus how many people like NHL warmers, you can post the NFL warmers, and then you can say, I don't know, NFL fan. And then you can change the little emoji even. You can change it to like a football. Where's the football? There we go. Change it to a football, and then they'll be able to rate that. You know, you can use that for like on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested would you be in joining Cincy if you didn't have to pay for the kit? You know, like there's so many things you can do. Then you've got the hashtag feature. So you can hashtag things with that, or you can just type in the hashtags with the type feature. You've got the mention one. So you can mention, somebody just mentioned me in their story. How funny. But you can mention someone, and what it will do is it will tag them. So this is what you want your customers to be doing for you. So you want to be encouraging your customers to like unbox their Cincy order in their stories, or show the thank you mail that you sent them, and then tag you in it, because when they tag you in it, you can add that to your story and it will show up in your story. So essentially your customers, your team members are kind of working for you, because they are posting things for you. It's going straight to your stories, and your followers are going to see those. Hopefully that makes sense, but you can tag other people to do the same thing for them. So like when I do a workout from this girl, this Mad Fit girl, love her workouts. I will always tag her and stuff like that. So you got the tag feature, you got the gift feature, you've got countdown. Those can be really fun. I love this quiz feature because it allows you to have more than 2 options. So like if you're doing a poll, but you need to have like 3 or 4 options, then use this one because you can add up to 4 options for it. Just the idea is to get people interacting with your stories because that adds value to them. People love to give their opinions. People love to be involved. And the cool thing is when they are responding to your stories, you can share their responses into your stories. So then they can see that and they love that. They're like, oh, my opinion mattered. Like people love that. So yeah, there's that. What is this food orders? I don't even know what that is. Anyway, so they're always adding new things, but let me think of, do y'all have any questions right now? I know we've been on here for an hour, but I'll keep going if there's anything helpful that I can share. Look at Sophia. That's Kelsey, one of our directors in our group. That's her cute little daughter. So the people you follow the most, if you have people like selected as people that you can go to people's profile and mark them as like a top, I forget what it's called, a person that you follow, you want them to be at the top of your feed, then they will show up here, like the first ones in your stories, or the ones that you like view their content the most, they will show up first in your stories. So these filters, people ask me this. If you go to my post or my stories, not my post, if you go to my stories and you see a filter that you like, say that you want this rainbow one, just click there at the top where it has the name of the filter and it'll bring this up. So you can save it or you can just try it, see if you like it. Same way with music. So if you go to somebody's reel, and this is somebody's reel that they posted, and say I want to save her reel for later because it was a cool idea and I want to like use that as an idea later, you can click those 3 buttons at those 3 circles at the bottom, and then you can save that, and then you can go back to it. It'll save it in your saved reels. You can go back to it and get ideas. If you want to share the filter from that video, you can do that just like you do in stories. Or if you want to share if you want to save the sound of that video so that you can use it in your own reel, just click on that music and then you can click save audio. And then you'll be able to add it to your own reel. When you're doing a story, so say I want to share this to my stories. Let me say this while I'm thinking about it. When you're doing stories, you don't want to have all videos or all pictures or all boomerangs. You want to have a good mix so that people don't get bored. They want to see something new as they're scrolling through. So let's scroll through my feed and see if it's up to par. This is my stories right now. So see how Bonnie, she unboxed her director promotion gift and she tagged me? That is in my stories for all of my followers to see. So that's there. I did screen recordings with the NFL theme song to show the warmers. I did a little scroll through to show them what the warmers look like. Then I did a boomerang. So it's different from a video or a screen recording. And I asked them to shout out their favorite NFL team. That way I could share the responses. Then I posted a picture. Then I posted a video again. You're not going to be perfect at this at first. It takes a lot of practice. Don't think that you're going to start posting in your stories and they're going to look like mine. I've been doing this for 6.5 years. So I have a lot of practice and I've been doing stories for years. So then I've got a boomerang and then I've got a little video, a little funny video. Then I've got a video of Carson. And then I've got a post that I shared to my stories. So just a picture. And then one of my friends tagged me in this. And then I shared this from somebody's social media platform. Then I have a boomerang. Then I have a screenshot. You know, like it's not the same thing over and over and over. And you see that most of this is not Scentsy related, but some of it is. So that's how it should be. And if you are just like at a loss, like what should I share? Like I just need a filler. Just share like your dogs. Like I was literally giving my dogs their treats. Share a picture of your kid. Share whatever. Like anything. People find value in pretty much everything nowadays. But just make sure it has a point behind it. But when you're posting a picture to your stories, this is what I was going to say. Like if I want to post this one, here's like some random little things that I've learned. So if you want to add music, but you don't want that music hold up. Is this frozen? Let me stop screen share for a second because I did not know that my video on here was frozen. Nobody told me. Somebody tell me. Hold on. Sorry, I don't know how much y'all missed because I didn't know it froze. But at least you can hear me. Let's see here. Let me try to get this back up. There we go. Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on it because I was not keeping an eye on it. All right. So say we want to share this picture, okay? You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, you can do whatever you want to with it. You can do this, you can put it upside down. Whee. All right. So say I want, so it will automatically like make the background kind of match it. But say I want to make the background my brand color. So I'll go to stickers. I will go to photos right here and I will go to my albums, and I have an album for, have an album for branding. Where's my branding? There it is. Branding album. So my branding album, wait a minute, where's my, that's supposed to have my branding color in it. I must have accidentally deleted that recently because anyway, so it has my logo, but it's supposed to have my brand color. I bet I accidentally deleted that. I saved my brand color from Canva. Yeah, I accidentally deleted that. Oops. So anyway, say that this pink is my brand color. So you can add that picture to it, and then you can go to your, let's see here, go to this little, the second icon from the right at the top. It's like a little drawing icon. Hold on, let me pull up the chat box. Okay, so it's like a little drawing icon. You can pull that up and you can do like the little highlighter option. You can do the drawing option. You can change your colors down here. You can draw an arrow. So if you just draw a line, it will automatically make it into an arrow. You've got this one that's really cool. And you've got your eraser. But if you go to the little dropper down there at the bottom left, you can choose a color from that photo to match it. And then you can have that to draw with to make it cohesive. You can also do like when you're typing a word, you can use that dropper to match that color. So, you know, you just got to play around with the stuff. But also, if you want to make the background that color, you can use that dropper and then just hold down on your background and it's going to turn your background that color. So then you'll just delete that and you'll add that photo back to it. So that's something that I learned a while back that I thought was pretty cool. I think. Trying to think of things that I do, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Does anybody have any more questions. Then you've got like built-in filters that you can use. So it's just a matter of playing around with it. Like play around with it. One of the things that I find very valuable is the save feature. So when I post this story, it's going to save to my camera roll. You can set that up in your Instagram settings to where any video, anything that you share to your stories, it's going to automatically share to your camera roll. So say that I'm sharing about LTOs. I want that to save to my camera roll so that I can just share it again the next day and the next day until that release comes out. Because why would you share it? Why would you spend all that time sharing it 3 different times when you could share it once and then just reshare the same thing the next couple of days? So that's a tip. Have it automatically saved to your camera roll. If you don't want it there, just delete it. But if you do, it's there and you can use it later. What else? Selfies. So see this little selfie sticker? It's really fun. You can do like a little boomerang and make stickers of yourself. So those are fun. But when you go into here, you can just search for anything. Like I wonder if you search Scentsy, what would come up? Cute. Look at that. I didn't even know that was there. But yeah, just decorate your stuff up cute. Make it you, make it fun. Think about what you want to see and put that in your stories. Oh, here's a frequently asked question. Okay, let me do this real quick. So when you are making a video in your stories, okay, so these features on the side here, for one, you've got create. So if you click create, you can create your own little thing here. You've got all these little options you can do. Oh, that's cute. I didn't even know that was there 1 year ago. Look what I shared 1 year ago. Cool. And then it goes all the way back to 7 years ago. Look at that photo quality. That's awful. Phones have come a long way. That is so crazy. So have my eyebrows. I used to have no eyebrows. Jesus, fix it. So anyway, you got all those fun little things under create mode. Then you've got boomerang. So boomerang is just like a split second thing. So if you want to go, whoop, that's all it's going to record. See? So that's a boomerang. Then you've got layout. So you can change the grid to different layouts. That's fun. Then you've got multi-capture, and you may not have all these features. Like I said, I don't even know what this is. Ah, Dinky. Okay, so it captures all of them, puts them all in there at one time. Then you have level. So you probably, I don't ever use that, but you may need to. And then photo booth, which I haven't experimented with yet, I don't think. I don't know what this is. What am I about to do? Oh, so it just like automatically captures. Okay. Then we've got super zoom. So it's just something fun, like a filter. Then you've got hands-free. So hands-free, so all your filters are at the bottom. So I can scroll through here and find a filter that I like. Hands-free is just to where you can click the button one time and you don't have to hold it down for your our pest control is here, so I bet you my dogs are about to freak out, so I guess it's about time for me to be done. But anyway, so this allows you to you don't have to hold the button down the whole time you're recording. So when you're recording a video, I get asked this all the time, it will record for 1 minute before it stops, before it cuts you off. It puts that 1 minute video into 15-second slides. So when you start recording, it's going to do like 15 seconds and it's going to go to the next slide. It's going to do another 15 seconds. If you want to post longer than 1 minute, you have to save those videos before you post them. Please don't come knock on the door. Hold on, y'all. Gracious. Okay, so videos. If you want to post longer than 1 minute, you have to save all of the videos first. Save it, and then you can, you'll have that 1 minute recorded. Then you can record your next 1 minute. And then you'll have to go back after you've saved all those slides. You'll have to go back and post each one, but you can post them all at the same time. You don't have to post them individually. It will let you post up to 10 things at one time. So you can post 10 photos at one time, 10 video slides at one time. Those are just kind of the frequently asked things that I've got. So hopefully that answered any questions that you had. And then in the future, when people come back to this training, hopefully it'll be helpful. And yeah, that was a lot. So I hope y'all got a lot out of it. I have a coaching call with Courtney here in 15 minutes. So I'm going to get off of here. And my dogs won't stop barking. But y'all are very welcome. If y'all think of any other questions, just let me know. I'll have this pinned. I'll have this video recording pinned to the top of our team page, just like I do with every team call each month. I always pin it to the top of the team page. It also gets posted to my YouTube channel, and it gets listed in our group Google Drive under video trainings. So that is it. Feel free to share this with anyone who you know. Once I post it, feel free to share this with anyone you know that could use it, who has questions about this kind of stuff, who isn't really tech savvy, but just play with it. Remember, make sure your content is valuable. Make sure it's something that people want to see, that's going to make them happy or inspire them or make them laugh or teach them something. And remember to be consistent. So that's it. Y'all are welcome. I love y'all. Let's have a fantastic April, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.